2 years ago, Mark Reinhardt started second behind Naoto Matsukura and capitalized on the Japanese driver's mistakes in A-main number 1 and 2 to take home his first 112 scale world championship. And this year, Naoto Matsukura will be trying to do the same thing. Reinhardt struggled throughout early practice and steadily got faster as qualifying went on, eventually taking over the top qualifying spot, while Naoto Matsukura has had some of the fastest laps of the weekend, but has lacked the consistency to take home, to put in very fast, full 8-minute runs. It's going to be very interesting to see how those drivers handle the pressure here of getting ready to start the main events. And the rest of the field, how easy is it going to be for them to race side by side through this very tight technical course? They haven't had a full heads-up start with the pressure of racing for a world championship final. We can see J.J. Wong from 10th on the grid. You see he's the only one lined up to the inside there. How's the start going to work out? We're waiting for the start tone as Reinhardt, Naoto Matsukura, and Akio Sabue will be the first 3 cars down the back straightaway. Here we go. We're waiting for the start tone. And here we go. World Championship A-main final for 112 scale is off. Reinhardt with a nice, easy time through first couple of corners. Naoto Matsukura looked to the inside, but was not close enough. A very clean first lap as Reinhardt, Matsukura, and Sabue starting to pull away from Hideo Kitazawa, the third-place finisher from 2 years ago. Reinhardt a little bit loose. Matsukura looks to the inside through the left side of the track. Can't quite make it happen. That was right through the front chicane section. Reinhardt leads him down the straightaway. Matsukura and Sabue hanging with him. Matsukura will just need to hang tough. This is a long 8-minute race and no reason to force the issue yet. But at the same time, you got to wonder, where's the pass going to come? At the end of the front, back straightaway is the only place in which there are multiple corners of the same direction. Really the only spot to try to set up something. Matsukura checks up heading into the Dragon. And Sabue had to stomp on the brakes as well. That gives Reinhardt a little bit of breathing room. We're 1 minute into this one. Reinhardt leads Matsukura and Sabue through the Dragon onto the back straightaway. 6:52 left to go. Reinhardt, Matsukura, Sabue, top 3. Hideo Kitazawa, third-place finisher 2 years ago, in 4th, but is already starting to lose touch with Sabue. And the top 2, Reinhardt and Matsukura, starting to stretch out from the third-place driver. Matsukura trying to hang on to the rear axle of his friend and rival, Mark Reinhardt. Reinhardt, Matsukura, Sabue through the front side of the track, right in front of the driver's stand. They've broken away from Hideo Kitazawa. Reinhardt, Matsukura, Sabue through the right chicane, right in front of the driver's stand. And heading into the Dragon. Is Matsukura going to wait all race long, or is he going to force the issue early? He's much faster there, it seems, at the end of the front straightaway, and that's where we've talked about a pass might be possible. Right in front of the driver's stand, Matsukura right up on the rear axle of Reinhardt, and they're starting to get a little bit of a gap from Sabue. At the head of the Dragon there, Matsukura with a mistake, and Reinhardt able to pull away. Now Sabue right behind Matsukura. Still 5 minutes and 45 seconds, a long time left here in this final. Down the back straightaway they go, diving into the first couple of corners, and this is where Matsukura has been so good. You see him pull right up to the rear end of the Yokomo YRX-12 of Reinhardt. And again on him through the Dragon. A great run from Matsukura through there. Sabue right on Matsukura. The top 3 drivers all within the same corner. 5 minutes and 23 seconds left to go. It's been a freight train all race long. Matsukura getting close again to Reinhardt through the Dragon. Reinhardt just trying to play defense. And Matsukura all over him. Reinhardt makes a mistake going through the front inner loop, and Matsukura takes over the top spot. Sabue all over Reinhardt. The top 3 still right together. Reinhardt with an excellent recovery did not lose the second spot. Matsukura already starting to pull away a little bit and head into the Dragon here with 5 minutes left to go. Matsukura with all sorts of pace, trying to put some distance between himself and Reinhardt. Sabue with a mistake on the right side of the track has lost a little bit of ground to Reinhardt. So Reinhardt doesn't have to worry about playing defense behind him, but he does have to worry about trying to hang with Matsukura, the Japanese driver, with all sorts of speed here through the center of this first A-main final, and they'll be coming up on traffic soon. Will traffic play a part? Have to imagine they'll know they need to get out of the way, but still racing for position as well. And, of course, any little bobble could shake up everything. The first driver in 10th getting out of the way, 8th getting out of the way, and now Sabue stuck in traffic, so that's going to let Reinhard really truly focus on what's going on ahead of him. Matsukura very fast through that front inner loop, and Reinhard was a little slow entering that first left, right, left. And Matsukura now starting to put some distance between himself and the defending world champion. Naoto Matsukura looking for his 4th 112 scale world championship and could be halfway there in 3 minutes and 50 seconds, trying to put away A-main number 1 here with less than 4 minutes to go. Reinhard trying to keep pace, but he's already almost 9/10 of a second behind and very slow there through the dragon. Reinhard pushing a little bit too hard and starting to make mistakes, and now Matsukura on cruise control. Let's see if he can keep it together for another 3.5 minutes. We've seen Matsukura going very fast all week, but he hasn't been able to minimize those mistakes. And with a lot of pressure here in A-main number 1, a very close call there. Yuo Lebanon spinning out in the start of the keyhole section. Matsukura very nearly got into him. That could have been a disaster for his world championship hopes here in A-main number 1. But the white and yellow, Matsukura with a mistake in the keyhole, tapping off a board, and this is when the cars start to get tough to drive. The driver's been talking all week long. It's difficult after the 5-minute mark. The tires start wearing out, the ride height drops, and this is when the cars start to get loose. So if Matsukura is going to make a mistake, it's likely from here to the end of the race. Matsukura, Sabue getting around Reinhard for the 2nd spot. So Reinhard's car perhaps going back to what he was battling with in practice, wasn't able to keep the pace up for a full 8-minute run. And now Akio Sabue from 3rd on the grid has progressed into the 2nd spot. Reinhard running 3rd. Hideo Kitazawa still 4th. Naoto Matsukura 2.5 minutes away from an A-main number 1 win and has quite a gap back to 2nd and 3rd. No traffic ahead of him either, so Matsukura with a great chance here in A-main number 1. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. Through the keyhole section. Still taking risks, still going very quickly through these tight switchbacks with a very high penalty for failure if he were to hit a board. Now it looks like Matsukura may have backed off a little bit. Of course, with these 8-minute runs, we've seen the cars starting to fade, losing power, dumping, speed control gets hot. Not sure if Matsukura is trying to stop that from happening. But the car looks like it has slowed a bit. His last lap at 12.6, his fastest lap back on lap number 15 was a 12.49, so we know he's faster. 0.6 of a second difference between his last lap and his fastest lap. 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go. Current leader Naoto Matsukura from Japan driving the new Roche Rapide 2017 prototype, trying to give Roche Products their first world championship, and it would be his 4th in the 12 scale class, trailing only behind his Japanese mentor, Masami Hirosaka. 1 minute left to go for Matsukura. Sabue 5 seconds behind. Mark Reinhard another second further back from that. Hideo Kitazawa 4th, Iber 5th, Wong 6th, Levin 7th. Ishioka 8th, Ito 9th, and Ibukuro 10th. Matsukura in traffic going through the front section. We see Reinhard with heavy pressure from Hideo Kitazawa. They get together going onto the back straightaway. And Reinhard now dropping to the 4th position as Kitazawa has moved up to 3rd. 35 seconds left to go. Matsukura has put the top all the way up to 3rd, a lap down. Kitazawa and Reinhard battle for the 3rd spot as Akio Sabue has cleared himself from Reinhard and working on his 2nd place finish here in A-main number 1. 19 seconds left to go. Down the back straightaway, starting his, should actually make it by for one more lap. Matsukura through the front switchback section into the Dragon and onto the back straightaway. 3 seconds left to go. Matsukura getting by for a victory lap here in A-main number 1. He's halfway to his 4th world championship here in the 112 scale division. Couple corners left to go. Matsukura around the Dragon's Head and down the back straightaway, taking the win in A-main number 1. We're going to head up to the driver's stand for an interview with the top 3. Naoto, Akio, and who's third?
We got no
Oh,
screen here, so
All right, let's go. Yeah, up here on the driver's stand with the top three finishers from A main number one. Naoto Matsukura couldn't have asked for much better than that. Got out front early and smooth sailing from there.
yes, today my car is so good, and not too bad, my car.
You were very patient at the beginning until Mark made a mistake. Was that your game plan?
Yes, I keep safety, and I think he did a mistake in the overtake, and after go two punch.
Was it nice then to get out to a lead and not have to worry about pressure behind you?
Yes,
Congratulations, Naoto, halfway to another world championship.
thank you.
Akio Sabue, a great run from third on the grid, making it up to second.
Yeah, thank you.
Were you excited to have a chance there to get around Mark Reinard?
Yeah, Mark is a small touch. I many mistake. Now it's too fast. Next more push.
How was your car?
The car is good. Sit driver. Mistake.
Do you plan on making any changes for the second main?
No. Car is keep. Driver more push.
Congratulations, Akio.
Yes, thank you.
And Hideo Kitazawa, very great battle there at the end of the race there with Mark Reinard and able to walk away with a third place finish.
Yes, sometimes the touching, the best race I would do.
Were you worried that the referee might say something?
Nothing.
What is your plan for A main number two?
More steering next round.
You need more steering?
Need more steering.
Congratulations on that great finish.
Thank you.
The top three finishers here from the first of three championship A main finals. Now we got the East, D, C, and B number one finals as they will run double legs before we get into A main number two and see if Matsukura can wrap up a fourth world championship in the 12 scale division.